channel. If you're new here, welcome, welcome. So glad to have you. And if you're an oldie but a goodie, welcome back. So today is the day, guys. Today is the day you guys finally meet our brand new puppy. So this is a little like 1 month update. So the first month has been a whirlwind, so we didn't really get to record a video like those first few days that we got him. So the only clips we really have are those ones in our previous videos. And if you didn't see our previous videos, I'll link it up here. You can go check that out.
So, before we get into this 1 month update, we gotta share with you guys the name of our puppy. And I thought of the name myself.
Of course.
And it's one of my favorite characters in a movie. As you can see, he's very playful. All right, so I'll give you guys a couple hints to see if you can try to guess his name. Hint 1 is his name comes from a character in a movie, movie series, I guess you can say.
Yeah, it's a series.
Hint number 1. Hint number 2, the character plays a villain. Plays a villain in the movie. So he's our protector, but also a villain at the same time. Hint number 3, which I think will probably give it away. His color is purple. Hence the collar. I don't know if you guys can see it. Hence his purple collar. Can you guess it?
Drum roll, please.
All right, so our puppy's name is Thanos.
Dun, 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 dun.
Thanos comes from the Marvel series. In Marvel, where he played the villain who wanted to get rid of half the population with the 6 Infinity Stones on his Infinity Gauntlet hand, where he would snap his finger and send half the population.
Or snap his paw.
In this instance, half his population into the blip. So, you guys probably can't see it from here, but like I said, his collar is purple, and
I'll show it closer.
his dog chain has the Avengers with his name on it, and it also has this little small thing here, so a small gauntlet. He already has the Infinity Stone, so he's waiting.
No.
He's waiting to snap his fingers and snap half the population to the blip.
All right, guys, so let's get into how it's been 1 month with our baby Thanos. He is a lot bigger, if you can't tell from the first few videos. When we first got him, he was 6 weeks?
About 6 weeks. Yeah.
About 6 weeks, and he weighed 11 pounds. 3 days after we got him, we took him to the vet, and just to get his checkup, make sure everything was okay, just to confirm the things that the breeder said was good, and so on and so forth. So he just had a puppy checkup, no vaccinations or anything, because he had just got his first round of shots. So 3 weeks later, we had to take him to the vet again. And at that point, he was 17 pounds. So the breeder did say that he was one of the bigger ones out of the litter. So we think he's gonna be a pretty big boy.
Pretty big dog.
Yes. So his weight currently today, and it's been probably like a month and a half now. So it's not exactly 1 month. It's like a month and a half. We took him to the vet, and he is 25 pounds.
Already.
We've only had him for 6 weeks, okay? 6 weeks. And he's already 25 pounds. So Thanos is growing at a very fast pace. So let's get into what we feed him. We feed him this brand that the breeder suggested, and it's called Wholesomes. And we get the salmon flavor, I guess you'll call it. I'll put that here. I mean, he loves it, like absolutely loves it. So we started out when we first got him, giving him a cup and a half in the morning and a cup in the evening. So it'll be like 2.5 cups. We kind of gauged it on how much he was eating. So we also followed the directions on the bag as what they recommended. And between that range, that's how we kind of gauged how much to give him. So sometimes we'll give him a cup in the morning and a cup in the evening, and that'll be 2 cups. But sometimes we'll give him a cup and a half on one of those, either the morning or the evenings, depending on how hungry he is that day and how active he's been, I guess. But now, 6 weeks later, 25 pounds, he's now eating 2 cups in the morning and 2 cups in the evening. And honestly, y'all, it seems like he's still hungry.
But I think that comes from him being very active.
Yes.
As you can see now, he loves playing. I definitely think he's gotten accustomed to the home and accustomed to us.
Yes. So let's touch on that for a little bit. When we first brought him home, he was a nervous wreck. Like, it was like, oh my gosh, who are you people? Where am I? Where's my mom? Where's my siblings? You know, it was so sad because he was like, although he was attached to us and Corey more so than me,
as you can see,
it still seemed like he was missing something. And so he would like come and sniff us, and then he'll go on like and sit in the corner and just kind of like lay there all day. And that was for maybe like 2 or 3 days that he was like that. But after that, I mean, he was like, hey, this is my house. Let me go explore. Let me start figuring out what I can get into. And now, 6 weeks later, this is how he is. Just, he owns this house, okay?
Yeah,
we're just living in it.
He be going all over the place, getting into stuff he ain't got no business getting into.
Yeah. Trying
to, dog proof the house to make sure, he's not getting into rooms and things that we don't want him getting into. So yeah, that's been our life this past, 6 weeks?
6 weeks. So, like you said, we've been trying to dog proof the house. We have had a lot of trouble with him in this first month and a half. First off, crate training. We started out with him out here in the living room. He would literally cry like all night long, to the point where we couldn't even like sleep because we can just hear him crying. So then we ended up moving him into the room with us, and that seemed to go a little bit better. But on the flip side, the potty training part was hard because then he would just like pee all over the crate, and it's just.
It was very stressful those first couple weeks trying to get him to make it through the night without, using the bathroom in the crate. And then too, also just getting him to sleep through the night as well. That was a struggle. Cause in the beginning, like he would sleep up until maybe like 3-4 o'clock, and then be waking us up.
Yeah, it would be like 3 o'clock, and he'll wake us up. and we'll let him out to use the restroom, and then like put him back up, and then 3 hours later he's crying again at 6. And so I'm just like, oh my gosh, like I felt like I would never get a full night's sleep because he would always just whine and cry, and someone would act like he didn't even hear him crying. So he would literally just lay there, and I would have to be the one to get up and take him.
Anyways, he's a lot better now. So he makes it through the night now, giving us more sleep now. But he still kind of has us on our cues in the morning. Like,
Yeah.
no more sleeping in as of right now.
So, like you said, we've been trying to get him crate trained and potty trained. So we think we pretty much have him on a good sleeping schedule at night now. So my alarm usually goes off at 6 a.m. And before I would sleep in, but now he makes sure that I get up. If not right at 6, like 6:02, 6:03, okay? Because if not, he's jumping on the crate. He's like, come on, I've been holding this all night long. I gotta pee, and you need to get up. So, yeah, it's kind of like a blessing and a curse at the same time. Now I have to ensure that I get, like, all of my sleep.
The crate training has been going, it has its days. It has good days, and then it has its bad days. So what I've been trying to do when I'm at home is just try to put him in there for a short amount of times to kind of get him comfortable with being in the crate, so he doesn't necessarily look at it as a bad thing. I've been looking up different ways to do it, of obviously rewarding them with a treat when he goes in there. I've also saw things about just hiding treats in the crate, so to kind of get them to kind of go in there on their own. We've actually had some successful days where Thanos has actually gone in the crate on his own.
Yeah.
And it surprises the heck out of me. And he goes in there and gets right in his bed, and he just kind of, lays there. I mean, I could probably leave it unlocked, and he may or may not even come out. So those have been, some good things. And then, obviously the not so good days, when we try to put him in there, he won't go in there voluntarily. Even sometimes with the treats, he still won't go in. And then when we do end up getting him in there, it's a lot of whining, it's a lot of jumping on the door, trying to get out. So, it's been a process. We're going to continue at it.
Yeah.
Like I said, just try to get him in there. I started off with just like 3 to 5 minutes at a time. Just, okay, put you in there. 3 to 5 minutes, I'll come back and get you. So that's kind of been the process of crate training.
Yeah. And then even with that, like, we've noticed already that he has real bad separation anxiety. So that should have been picked up, like, in the beginning, those first few days when he would just, like, be off to himself in the corner because he missed his siblings and his parents. But now it's like, he's like, okay, now y'all are my parents, and I should be around y'all 24/7. Like, if not, why? Like, what's wrong with y'all? So we would leave him in a crate, and maybe like go run to the grocery store or go run and get something to eat really quick. Come back, nothing more than an hour, and y'all,
It's bad.
he would tear that crate up. I mean, it would be stuff everywhere. He's already found a way to get the stuffing out of his bed. I mean, toys. It's crazy.
It's a
like,
madhouse.
Yes. And then on the flip side, he'll be good some days. Like, some days he'll be like, okay, cool. Like, hopefully they'll be back. But until then, I'm going to just sit right here and chill. So it's been like literally ups and downs with him. But I think in the beginning, it was really bad and we were not prepared. But I think now we actually like kind of have a little system going. We're a little more confident in ourselves to be pet parents. And, you know, it's kind of like, hey, we're going to figure it out as we go. We're going to keep adjusting. We're going to try to help him adjust to us and our schedule and, you know, our characters and our personality. And he's like, no, y'all are gonna adjust to mine. So I think the whole tug and pull kind of thing between both of us will eventually level out and we'll have a mutual understanding between both of us. Because right now we're like really kind of chill, you know, just like to sit here on the sofa, lay on the sofa, watch TV. And he's like, no, I want to play. So let's play. Goes, gets his toy, throws it up on the sofa. I mean, it's like crazy, but you know, it's kind of a good thing as well because it kind of keeps us a little bit more active and not get into like being couch potatoes like we can really be.
Another thing that we've kind of been learning through this whole being dog parents process is just learning his cues. So we pick up on certain things now. Like if he's hungry, he's doing a lot of like trying to nip at us, you know. And I mean, even one time I was here, I don't know if you were here or not, but he even got his bowl and brought it over to me.
Yeah.
Which I thought was really hilarious. So
much personality, right?
He was definitely telling us that he was hungry in that moment. And then even with him using the restroom and things of that nature, we kind of starting to pick up on some cues of, you know, if he gets to smelling in a spot a little bit, you know, too much compared to other times, then he's about to use the bathroom. What else? What other cues? I think that's pretty much it.
Yeah, well, when he has to like pee, he'll like walk around and like sniff certain spots, and I'm like, okay, I think he has to go to the potty. And then when he has to poo, he's like nipping at us and like sniffing around, but nipping at us again. He's like jumping all over us. He's running crazy. And I'm like, okay, so like earlier in the video, that's how I kind of knew, okay, he's doing a lot. I think he might have to go, you know, so I walked him over to go use the bathroom.
Yeah, that was a prime example. He was definitely, I don't know if y'all saw the video, he was definitely nipping at me a lot in the video, jumping on me. Yeah, he definitely just had to poop.
Yeah, and as you see now
he's just fine.
He's fine. Like, and this is, you know, him. So, yeah, but luckily we have been able to kind of let him do his own thing. Like now he knows exactly where to go pee, exactly where to go, you know, poo. We recently purchased the little grass pad, and we'll link that in the description below. But at first he was kind of like, what the heck is this? And then now, I mean, he just
like
walks.
clockwork.
He just walks right over there and just uses it and walks away. You know, and he does, you know, pee and poo on it. Unfortunately, the poo part is like a pain to clean, but it's getting him used to going outside because eventually we just want him going outside to use it. But we're definitely gonna keep the artificial grass pad for those days where we're gone and we can't take him out. So he'll still have something similar to outside and something he's familiar with pottying on. But yeah, and so we originally had it in one place, and literally that lasted for like a few days, and we've already moved it closer to the door, and he knows the difference. So he's very, very like intelligent. He picks up quick. So yeah, it's been pretty good.
Now to the cons of having a brand new puppy in a brand new home, I should say as well. It at times became pretty messy in here. Even when we were potty training, um, where we had the pads at was kind of like in a corner off. So, not much traffic when there are guests here at the home. It's not as much in the way of guests, and they don't feel, uncomfortable. So at least that's in one area, but he definitely had times where he would pee like literally right next to the pad on the carpet. So we've definitely had our fair share of having to clean the carpet almost every other day, trying to make sure we don't, leave a stench in here or leave spots in the carpet. Another thing that he has done, and we'll put a picture here for you guys to see it too. He's bitten into like the bottom of the, what is it called, banister or pole or something.
Like the wooden part of the stairs.
Yeah, the wooden part of the stairs. One day, I think you were here when that happened.
Yeah, so literally when Corey went on the guys' trip to Chicago, and if you haven't seen that video yet, click right here to go see it. They had a really good time. Yeah, so Corey was out of town on a guys' trip to Chicago, and it was literally just me and Thanos, like, kicking it. And I'm like, okay, cool, like, no worries. I was a little nervous because I know that he's a lot more attached to Corey than he is to me. But I still was like, okay, we should be good because, he knows me. Cool. We were home, and I was cleaning, and I just kind of had him roaming around, but in, like, a certain area. And some kind of way, he got past, figured out how to, like, open the gate that we have a little bit just so he can slip past. And y'all, he was chewing away. So, like, when I came, I was like, okay, he's been a little bit too quiet. So I came around and I'm like, Thanos, what are you doing? Y'all, I about lost it. I was like literally about to have a mental breakdown because I'm like, this dog is a lot. Like, I'm not getting any sleep. Like, he's messing up my brand new home. Like, literally peeing everywhere. Just no concern. Like, it was literally like he said, F this house. That's how I felt. And Corey wasn't here to kind of like balance my emotions out. So I was literally about to tell him, like, yeah, I don't think we can do it. I think, we might need to give him away because it's just too much. It was like literally like we were going completely out of control. Like, he wasn't listening. He wasn't listening to commands. He was like he said, literally walk up to the pad and walk right next to it and pee and just walk off like whatever. And if I like bring him over there to tell him no, he just like, whatever. I was like, oh my gosh, I can't do it. I can't do it. But I stuck it out and we're here now. So it's not perfect, but we're working on it.
It's not perfect, but it's a lot better.
Yes.
From the first week or two that he's been home. So I think we're learning every single day. It's helping us individually and collectively as a family of 3 now.
Yeah.
And it's essentially will get us ready, even though a human is different. I mean, it's still getting us ready for when we do decide that we want to have kids.
Yep.
As well. So, I mean, we're already learning to be a little bit selfless in this process because...
And to find more patience.
Yes, definitely find more patience because as many of you know that have pets of your own, pets are a lot and they can be a handful, especially younger puppies. They are definitely a handful. Until they become a little bit older and they kind of mellow out a little bit, they not so much getting into stuff. Because I know it's times where we're in the house and it's literally like we'll turn to each other. It's like, all right, it's a little bit too quiet in here. What is he doing?
What is he doing? And he's probably getting into something he's not supposed to.
As he plays with the camera.
Yes, it's definitely been an adventure with Thanos so far. But, I mean, it's been fun. Like he said, we are, growing as individuals. We are finding that patience. We are learning to communicate because having a dog is a lot. We need to know, okay, who's getting up, who's not. Okay, you got to go into work tomorrow. Okay, I'll take the night shift. We're kind of like figuring those things out, which is ultimately setting us up for a baby. We know it won't be exactly the same, of course, but where we were 6 weeks ago, I couldn't imagine us having a child, okay? Because, yeah, it was all bad. We're so glad that you got to meet our baby, Thanos. You want to say, come on? You want to come and say hello?
Thanos. You gonna snap these people into the blood.
So, yes, now, first off, he's not supposed to be on the sofa. His dad hates it, but I always let him because, look at this. How can you resist this baby? How can you resist this face?
Once this video goes off, he's getting right off my
How can you, look at it. How can you resist it? Oh, I know.
Anyways, thank you guys. Make sure you like, subscribe, and comment on the video.
Say bye-bye.
Deuces.
Peace.